Welcome everybody to the second Women Who Fight Invitational presented by the Grapple Club and supported by Myriad Jiu-Jitsu, Martial Arts Hub, Dr. Alina Briskin and Progress Jiu-Jitsu. There is a generous cash prize of £2,500 up for grabs, and the winner of this invitational takes it all home with them. I'm Violet Bennett and I'm joined today by Fiona Middleton and Fiona Mortel. Before we get right into the action, let's go over the rules and card for today's matches.
The contestants are split into two brackets. Bracket A has Amanda Pamela Fowle-Schertz, Melissa Mullings, Zoe Lundy, and Gabriela Rupepi.
And in bracket B, we have Martina Kapuscinska, Injana Goodman, Anna Svensson, and Jackie Almeida. Before we get the main action started, we also have a prelim match, and that's Libby Genge versus Madison Murphy.
Let's run over the match rules quickly. We'll be using the Polaris Grand Prix point system, which gives 1 point for each of the following: one takedown, a guard pass, back mount, full mount, and any type of sweep.
This is a round-robin tournament with a points-based system. The winner of each bracket meeting in the final. A win by a submission will earn 3 points. There'll be 2 points for a win via points and 1 point for a draw. If two athletes have drawn, they'll fight 3 minutes on a death match to decide the winner.
I have to ask, which matches are we the most excited for today?
So I'm definitely looking forward to Anne Svensson versus Injana Goodman. They had a great match at the last ADCC trials. Very close fight. Both of them are super technical, always pushing for the finish, and they have an unlimited gas tank. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am stoked for that match as well. That is, I think, one everyone here is pretty excited to see. Their match at Trials was an absolute belter. But I'm also really excited to see Martina. She's been on a tear recently, doing really well. She's a great leg locker. She's just unique, and I'm thrilled to see what she does.
No, I feel like we are just spoiled completely for choice in this bracket. Like from the prelims match all the way through the brackets, that honestly, this money really is to anybody's to take home. There are so many people here that are just known for exciting matches. But if I had to pick somebody who I could watch fight over and over and over again, it has to be Amanda Schertz. She has been absolutely at the grindstone, competing gi, no gi, judo for so long, and every match I've ever seen her fight has been incredible. So there's no one in this bracket that I don't think is going to put on a show for us. So I think we're in for a treat at any turn of the road.
So for our first match of the day, we've got Libby Genge against Madison Murphy in a purple belt match. This is an under 61.5 kg match.
It's our only gi match of the day, which we have to recognise and appreciate. Both these young women are incredible fighters, gi and no gi. Interesting. Libby's taken top position, and there's 1 point there.
Good. Libby's been super aggressive to begin this match, and she's already looked to pass.
Libby Genge has been training for a very, very long time, so don't let that purple belt on either of these ladies fool you. They are incredibly experienced. The pressure that Libby's putting down there is sensational, blocking off the hips, climbing up the body. Maddie's doing a really good job of keeping those frames in, but Libby's already racking up those points.
Yep. Libby's managed to get the first score on the board with a solid pass. It's a really great start to this match. You can see both athletes wanting to push the pace. Definitely proving the point that the gi is not dead.
Gorgeous step over to that armbar attempt there. Will Libby manage to finish it up? Okay, we've got a reset.
So the referees are just pulling them into the centre.
We have a dedicated dragger for today. Will, who is the owner of this gorgeous gym, is in charge of making sure those women get back to the centre safely. Madison in a really tough position here, but she's doing a really good job of just trying to keep her arm safe and not let it get extended. But Libby's a dangerous person from this position. She's been arm-barring people since she was a little girl, and the practice is showing through.
Nice work from Libby Genge.
Gorgeous trap of the arm as well. We've got just over 4.5 minutes left on the clock. It's a long time to be in this position at this stage in the match.
Libby is in the lead here, and she's also in a very dominant position.
having trained with Libby, she's a nightmare from here. Wow, the flexibility from Madison, and we've got the tap.
Tapped.
Oh. Yep, we're all good.
Great first fight there.
Super dominant performance there from Libby Genge.
So in this match, we have Amanda Schertz versus Zoe Lundy. Absolute belter. Amanda's a black belt from Ireland. Zoe is a purple belt. Zoe made an absolutely amazing appearance on a recent Enyo card. Really made a splash for herself, name for herself. And she is like a last-minute replacement for this, so really a wild card. But Amanda's got so much experience. She has won, I think, everything that there is to win. She's new on the black belt scene, but is an active competitor there so far, and she's just so exciting to watch. She's taken top position now, and she can smash from there, can confirm.
Yeah, I agree. So Amanda trains out of East Coast in Dublin. Obviously, a great school, great coaches, and to be honest, her record kind of speaks to that. She's got some great achievements under her belt. Double gold edition, her first year at black belt at many of the IBJJF Opens across Europe, and last time at brown belt for Nogi Euros, she also got gold. So she's a real active competitor, but also exciting competitor to watch.
Yeah, and Zoe's got some accomplishments of her own. I think she's double golded at Euros and British Opens, English Open. So she's not new to the scene in the UK and in Europe for sure. Amanda's still on top. Zoe working from the bottom.
So
a little hand fight.
So we've got 4.5 minutes left of this first match. Score's still 0-0.
Yeah. No scores. Zoe doing a good job of off-balancing Amanda, but Amanda is she's got an incredible base. Anytime she's knocked down, she's back up on her feet.
Yeah, super impressive how Zoe's utilising her hooks to start elevating Amanda, but her base and her balance is just too strong. That's that experience shining through right now.
Amanda, one thing about her, she does not accept negative positions or bottom positions. She bounces right back, and it is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Whew. Quick. Amanda getting that chest-to-chest position. She's not passed yet, but this is well on her way.
Yeah, and she's cleared that bottom knee in the half guard as well. It makes this position even stronger for her. That top press that she's got, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So
that crossface does look fun.
Yeah. When you go in for that, watch for the Kimura. Breathe.
About just under 3.5 minutes left in the match. Zoe really needs to work and make something happen, because it's not the worst position ever, but being on the bottom of a chest-to-chest pin with Amanda on top of you, yeah. I don't envy it.
Me neither. I mean, we've got about 3 minutes left of this match. The one thing about the rule set that we have here is that the fact there is just 1 point per score means that anything can really happen.
And
so.
she is locking up her leg, Zoe, from the bottom, and so if she can off balance and come on top, she'd be winning.
Yeah.
But that is easier said than done, my friends.
Easier said than done.
Especially when you got Amanda on top of you.
Solid, competitive black belt on top of you with a crossface is not somewhere you want to be. Zoe's doing a great job, though, of trying to get this distance back.
If Zoe can win this, it would be a massive upset, I think. And they're both doing real well.
Guide her to your right. Lovely.
Amanda's still fighting for the guard pass on the top, trying to get past the legs, but she's doing a real good job of pinning Zoe's back to the mat, twisting her in opposite directions. It's incredibly immobilizing what she's doing at the moment. It's real effective.
Yeah, she's also trying to walk that arm up, try and push that arm across to the other side of her head.
And you just see the grit on their faces. Get after it, girls.
Nice recovery
she's got
there.
her legs back in. This is an improvement for Zoe.
So we've got just under 2 minutes left. This first round, still no scores on the board. Definitely, I would say the action has kind of been more on Amanda's side with the top pressure.
It is actioning, but remember, if the points are equal, then it's a draw. So it will not go to decision. She needs to score to get more points in the context of the contest.
Gosh, these girls are going at it. I guess when you've got 2.5K on the line, it's going to motivate you a bit more. But this
and
is
they're
a
being
great
reset, so they're just in that same chest-to-chest position. They're going to get dragged back to the middle. Look at Will doing his job.
The dragger and his assistants.
We're back at it. Amanda's really got to. I would agree, Fiona. I think she's been pushing the pace and she's had better position the entire match. But she has to score if she wants to get some points on the board.
Like you said, at the end of this, if there's no score, both athletes will be in the same position. They're both going to take the same space on that leaderboard for Group A.
Yeah, it is quite exciting. We got some cheers from the rest of the girls. We love to see it. Hype. She's still doing a great job just pinning Zoe down, but she cannot seem to get past those legs. This is excellent work from both women.
Yeah, we have about 40 seconds left of this first fight.
They both have to make some moves. Look at them go. Ooh.
Other side. Yes, beautiful.
Amanda really pushing the pace on the top. She wants that score, and she might get it. She's on an arm now. She's on an arm. She doesn't quite have control of the head. She's
great.
On top.
Yeah, great defense
now Zoe's in
by
on a
Zoe.
leg. Zoe in on a
Great
leg.
defense by Zoe.
10 seconds left. We got 10 seconds to finish this heel hook. I don't think she's going to get it, but it was a great effort.
Super, super exciting fight. Really impressive Zoe's ability to come out here on
such short notice
and take on a very high level black belt.
And time. Oh, okay, that was time.
Yeah.
So, a heavily anticipated match. We have Annie Svensson versus Injana Goodman. They have matched before, and it was one of the most exciting matches I saw at ADCC trials. It was close. Injana managed to clinch it, but let's see what happens today. Do not blink, because there is going to be action that is moving fast.
Yeah. Anne is a black belt out of Mavericks Jiu-Jitsu, and Injana is trained at Grapple Collective. I've seen these girls fight before, and it was a great match, very even, very back and forth, so really anything could happen here. One thing that I do know is that both of them are going to push the pace, and they're going to really push for that submission.
In terms of what you should be expecting to see, I mean, what shouldn't you expect to see? They're both incredibly well-rounded fighters. One thing that I know that Annie is thinking about during this match is she's aware that the mat space isn't as big as maybe some other, events, so she's aware that if she was going to stand up, she just want to be aware of the boundaries. So we've seen her pulling guard from the very start, but then we have Injana, who's just known for her body lock passing and her top pressure. She She really piles on that pressure coming towards you. I train with her every week, and it is not fun to deal with, can confirm.
So Anne opting to take the guard position again. We know both these girls have got solid wrestling, so really this fight could go anywhere. Looks very much like it's going to be a guard passing scenario, and got a super flexible guard.
Fantastic guard, and Njana's really known for that body lock passing. She's really doing her best here to try and get inside position with her elbows or her hands. I'd say that in the women's divisions, we don't see as much body lock passing as I would love to see, and I think Njana is such a young, new brown belt. It's really exciting to see the next generation coming up and, showing types of passing in jiu-jitsu that I don't think we get to see enough in all the divisions. But look at the flexibility of Anne. I mean, just putting her legs exactly where she needs to be, framing off against Njana's hips, sensational.
Yeah, we're actually at about 4 minutes in this round. We've still got no score, but that definitely doesn't mean there's no action. These girls are really pushing the pace. One thing about Anne is that she's competed for around the world for a very long time. She's always been an active competitor across all of the belts, and that experience is definitely going to be helping her in this match right now.
One of the most exciting things about Njana as a competitor is, I have to say, it's her mindset. And you might not know this if you don't know her, but when you see her on tournament days, she's focused, but she's having fun. And I know that I was having a coffee with her right before this, and she was just excited to do what she loves most, which I think makes for some of the most dangerous fighters.
So we have a 50-50 situation here with the girls, and looks like she definitely wants to try and attack the legs, and she sees that as her path to victory. She's controlling both the legs, but she also needs to be careful to hide her own heel.
Digging in for that heel exposure, but we've got a reset. I'm excited to see where the reset takes place. Oh, some firm words from the referee. She didn't call stop, so they've been reset standing. Okay, Annie straight back to a seated guard. Njana controlling that top leg. She really doesn't want to let Annie get back in to set up a leg entanglement of any kind. Got just under 3 minutes left on the clock, still no score, so this match really is anybody's.
Yeah, and doing a great job on the bottom with her distance management, keeping Njana away from her head.
That's one thing that I have to say Fiona, she is doing just such a good job at. She's really not letting Njana on her head. We've got a little grip here, but she knows that if she gives up the control of the head, it's going to make it so much easier for her guard to get past. She's also doing a great job just preventing that knee slice with her right leg. She's hooking that foot so that Njana can't get the knee over, but Njana's getting chest to chest, and I'm telling you now, that is where you do not want that woman.
So Njana's pressure has been relentless here. It's been a fast-paced match, but she's been putting pressure on Anne's guard since the beginning. Anne's been doing a great job to recover, but it does look like she's forced her to turtle here.
Lovely inversion from Annie. Oh, here's Will. Oh my goodness, there's assistance coming in. There are multiple draggers. We're safe, we're ready.
It's a great opportunity to catch the back here for Anne. Oh, she needs to follow the hips.
Lovely.
Let it go, push your shoulder, Good, indeed.
So we've got a minute 45 left.
Njana's sending down that pressure, but Annie is just so good at getting those legs back in the game and not letting Njana clear her hips.
Nice.
Interesting.
Saddle entry. She's looking for that outside heel.
Yep.
Back to the 50-50 here.
Just under a minute and a half left. No points on the board. Very interesting. In their most recent match of trials, a lot of it was standing, but here, all on the legs. We've got a point on the board.
Nice work from Anne there. In that leg entanglement, she wasn't able to secure the submission, but she used it as a route to get on top. And coming on top from that position is going to earn her 1 point.
She's now in the lead. We've got 1 minute back, but that does not mean she's won.
So unable to stabilize that position.
As soon as that point came on the board, the atmosphere in here changed.
Both athletes really pushing.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. When you put this amount of prize money on the line and you give athletes a platform to show off what they can do, you're guaranteed matches like this.
We only have 30 seconds left on the board. It feels like the latter half of this match has been all and, but we've still not been able to stabilise any positions here, so...
Just over 30 seconds on the board, but like we said, don't blink.
Stay calm, breathe now, breathe. Yeah, look for the takedown. 30 seconds, stay.
Yes, indeed.
Yes!
Good.
Back.
Stay on top. Yes, that's your takedown. Good.
I was nothing.
And we're equal on points. In the last 20 seconds, Injana Goodman has put another point on the board.
Look the clear leg.
Jump on the back.
1 point for Injana there, with 10 seconds left.
And it's important to remember that if this goes to an equal score, it's called as a draw. We're not running refs' decisions in these matches. So if they both keep this even score, they'll both get a point and they'll be even. Such a technical, exciting match from both fighters.
So we had a little bit of review of some of the footage, and the point that was awarded to Injana was removed. Actually, the referee saw it more as a guard pull from Anne's side and a sweep to end up on top, giving her 1 point, and that makes her the winner of that match, meaning that 2 points are awarded to Anne.
Okay, so up next we have Melissa Mullins, UFC fighter, versus Gabriella Ripepi, Italian black belt who has competed all over the place. She's an incredible yoga instructor as well, and both women just super well-rounded, super experienced. If we look at Melissa, I mean, I know it's a little bit of a stereotype, but her top pressure is sensational. Can confirm, have had matches with both these women. Gabriella's guard is incredible, but she is looking today to really explore every element of her game.
Looks like they're getting dragged back into the center. Gabriella's got a good guard set up. This is hilarious. They seem in real good spirits about it all.
Really interesting to see, I find, when you see MMA fighters dealing with guards without the opportunity to strike. Obviously they have to play a very different game, but Melissa knows what she's doing. She's medaled at majors, at brown belt. I think she recently won worlds.
She's putting on the pressure on top.
Yeah, like this isn't just an MMA fighter
No.
we're dealing with. We're dealing with a grappler who is also competing at the highest level in another sport.
Back on their feet, I'd love to see what Melissa can do standing.
I completely agree, and I'm really impressed actually by Ripepi as well. I mean, she's standing, like I said, she's got an incredible guard, but she's here to hang and bang, and I love to see it.
She's pulled guard. Let's see.
We're getting close to the boundary, but obviously they need to.
Gabriella's on the leg. She's put Melissa on the hip.
Oh,
She's
ankle
out.
just slipped out. They are
It was a quick
treating her.
leg attack.
Gabriella is not here to mess around.
No.
You know.
She's got cheetah print on. Leopard print? One of the two. Both. Iconic.
Also, shout out to Melissa. When we asked her why she's here and what she's excited about, she just said, "I just love fighting." And I mean,
That's
good
so
for her,
fair.
don't
I
we
think
all?
that's why all of them are here. Again, Melissa putting on the pressure from top. Gabby with a pretty solid guard. She's keeping her legs in between the two of them.
Yeah,
Putting up a fight.
Her
She's
leg
not
guarding
letting
is
it pass.
sensational, and those constant danger on the arms as well. You know, she keeps looking for those angles to cut in for arm bars. But
And
Melissa,
she's grabbing a leg. She's
all over,
fighting from the bottom.
She is all over the place, but
That top pressure seems
the
heavy.
pressure,
And
the
she's
base,
reaching
the
around
balance.
the back.
Oh, is she going to pass? Not quite. No, she's still stuck in that guard. We've got just under 4 minutes on the clock. 0-0. I'm so interested to see if Gabriella keeps looking to those arms.
Melissa's starting to pin Gabby to the mat.
We've got chest to chest. That's not a great place to be on bottom.
She's almost past the legs. Ooh. Oh, not quite. Gabriella's got her legs back in.
Those legs.
And she's on a heel.
She's on a
heel.
heel.
She is on a heel.
But the knee is out.
The knee's out. The knee's out. Ugh.
And incredible from Melissa. Such composure. But Gabriella is not done. We've got our first point on the board.
Melissa's past the legs, mount, heavy. It wasn't even that bad of a heel. I'm just really squeamish.
I mean,
Sorry.
you've blown out both your knees multiple times. Who can blame you?
She is punishing from the top. Melissa is.
Yeah, that is not a woman that I would ever want to
on top of me. Yeah.
Gabriella refusing to take flat on her back. She is exposing her back here, but I think she's very well aware of what she's doing. Melissa digging. Just from this angle, is she digging for an arm?
Can't see. We're not at a great angle on the table here, but it does not look particularly nice.
Doesn't look pleasant on bottom, but Gabriella
She's
is
on the
just
back. She's on the
so
back.
tough.
She's got the body
The
triangle.
body triangle's
Should be another
locked
point.
in.
So,
Digging under the chin. She's got a
brutal.
3-point lead.
Melissa's. Is it 3 point?
That's what the score is saying.
Oh, she is.
Gabriella
She's under the
fighting
chin.
the
I can't
hands.
quite see.
2
But
minutes
she
left
is
on the board.
digging for that rear naked strangle.
Honestly,
back
this
on the
is
other
huge for
side.
Melissa. She doesn't need to be here. She doesn't need.
She's
to
over
be
the
here.
face. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's tapped. Is she gonna tap? She's tapped. She's
And
tapped.
the
She's tapped.
taps there. Huge for Melissa Mullins.
That's sick.
What an incredible match from these two women, and a win for Melissa Mullins.
3 points for Melissa Mullen on the overall scoreboard.
Incredible. What a match from these women.
We have Martina Kapuscinska and Jackie Almeida, both very exciting fighters. I know Martina a bit more than I know Jackie, but Jackie recently had a scrap with another athlete that we trained with, Zara Totofno, and I think she came out on the bottom of that one, but it looked like a fun match. Martina's on an arm, she's on a... Jackie's out, oh my god. And now she's on a leg, oh my god. Arms,
really,
legs, look at... Martina's very good on the legs.
She's really pushing the pace here, really looking for the submission. She's not... You can tell she doesn't want this to go down to the line.
No.
Jackie's doing a good job defending on top, though. She needs to
But
work
the
to get
attacks
her.
are relentless. I love it when athletes can chain those attacks from the top. Oh, she's on a knee.
She's on that knee. Definitely looks on.
No, I think.
Great job from Jackie. She stayed calm and composed.
Looks like they're stopping just before they get out of bounds, and we have the draggers pulling them back to the middle.
Just to highlight, not even a minute gone yet in this match, and we've already seen
like
multiple
3 submission attempts.
Yeah, multiple.
I don't even remember what I was saying. But yeah, Martina is one of those athletes that can go from chain attacks on the upper body to the lower body, and that is so dangerous. It's so impressive. But Jackie is doing a good job of pulling her arms and legs out and shutting them down so far, but the pace is high. Jackie putting on some top pressure. She's at the hips of Martina.
Good work from Jackie there.
Martina still denying the guard pass and trying to get back in those legs. But they're both in it to win it. Oh, she's... Oh my god. Martina's so bendy. She just inverts and is back with her legs in the middle.
Yeah.
She's not accepting these guard
Great
passes.
guard retention from Martina.
Super good. Looks like Martina's back in on an arm again.
So we've got
Jackie's staying calm though. She doesn't look overwhelmed. She doesn't look phased.
She's in a risky spot now though. She needs to keep that elbow free. Great work. So we're just going to move back into the center of the mat. We've got just over 4 minutes left of this match.
No score, but lots of action.
A lot of action.
Martina was prepared for that reset. She was like, you're not passing. And now she's in on the leg again. Getting there. Her leg entries are stunning.
Yeah.
But Jackie she's doing a good job of denying it. She's putting the pressure on top.
Nice. Not allowing Martina to clear that bottom foot.
Great. Ooh.
Nice inversions from Martina.
They're just spinning around and around and around.
Constant top pressure from Jackie, though. She is not backing off second.
And she's like, she knows that her legs are being attacked if she's dealing with it.
Another knee bar attempt possibly coming up.
This is a pretty good position for Martina.
Yeah. She's got We're going to have another reset.
It's like hard to talk and watch at the same time. This is exciting.
Super exciting. Lots of action. We still got 3 minutes and 16
The
seconds
resets
left
are
of this
just sending
round.
me. They are hilarious.
Ready? Fight!
We've got almost a bear trap
She's
position
going in
here
on-
for Martina, looking for that saddle position, exposing the heel.
The heel exposure.
Exposing the heel.
Oh my god. And I think she's out. I don't know.
I think Jackie's knee line is free. She should be safe here. But
Martina's on top.
nice. She's used it to take top position, so this should be a point for Martina.
A hair fix. Essential. Yeah, I believe that's a score for Martina.
Great work there. She's been aggressive from the bottom this whole match, and where she hasn't managed to finalise those submissions, she's used that as an opportunity to come on top.
Yeah.
So she's now leading. We've got 2 minutes 58 seconds left to go.
Sometimes you can't get the submission on the legs. Just come on top, smash, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah, I mean, she's not going to be able to rest on
she's
that
on
one
the
point
neck.
though. Nice.
They're in a
Good
bit of a
work.
scramble. Who's gonna come on top? Who's gonna come on
Up
top? Jackie's on
Nice
top.
work.
There is 2.5 minutes left. Martina's on an arm again. Looks like Jackie's been scored a point for coming back on top. Excellent. So we are back to being tied.
That lead didn't last too long. But do you know what? Martina's making sure that she's constantly pushing forward, and when you do that, you
She's
do open
been in
yourself
this,
up
like-
to risk. So
This armbar position multiple times.
she wants to finish. I don't feel like a points victory is going to be enough for Martina today.
No.
She definitely is pushing for the finish. Nice work from
Great
Jackie
pressure
here.
on top from Jackie.
Forcing those knees together. Probably looking to pass behind Martina here.
Yeah,
Good.
she's got her chest on her back.
Nice
Will she
work.
get the hooks?
So we're being reset here. Tricky position. Jackie's on the
Yeah.
back, but she is
Very
definitely
tricky.
quite high on the shoulders. We've got 1 minute 46 seconds left.
Martina is on her knees though, so if Jackie wants to score off this, she's gonna have to stay behind her. And she moves around. That's gonna be hard. Resets are so interesting.
Especially a position like this where you're not really so stable.
And some people like the back.
Looks
how
like
does her
Jackie's
back?
on that neck. Looks like she's under the chin.
Oh, she's on the tap. That was a belter.
Amazing match. Amazing match.
Like Martina threw up some great sub attempts, but Jackie got there in the end.
And a submission victory for Jackie.
3
Gives
points.
her, 3 points.
So Jackie and Melissa currently tied for overall points on opposite sides of the bracket.
All of our fighters have now had their first fight, and for bracket A, the leader of the bracket is Melissa with a submission victory, followed by Zoe, who won by points. In third and fourth place, we've got Amanda and Gabriella.
And then in bracket B, we have Jackie leading with 3 points. She had a beautiful rear naked strangle over Martina. Anna, second place, points win over Injana. And then Injana and Martina sharing that third and fourth spot.
I have to say, there have just been so many incredible matches so far. Like, we have just been spoiled for choice of what to talk about. But one person that I have to say just really weathered a really tough storm and then came out on top was Jackie. I mean, she was dealing with endless attacks on the arms, on the legs, on the eggs, on the legs, and then managed to come out on top with what you said, with just this beautiful rear naked strangle. It really takes a lot to deal with an onslaught of attacks like that. For me, at least, especially on the legs. You heard Fiona. There was fear on the table. We were worried about her knees, and she was not, and she managed to come out on top. So props to her. But then also, I think, Melissa Mullins, we've got to talk about her. Like, she is dedicating her life to not just being a great grappler, but to doing MMA as well. And she said, when we spoke to her before this, and she said, this is just a really nice break from getting hit in the face. Like, this is fun for her. And I think you can see that in her grappling, that she's here to have a good time and try and take home some prize money, because as we all know, one of the hardest things about being a professional jiu-jitsu athlete is trying to fund those competitions. So this amount of money, our last winner, Sula May, she managed to fund, I think, 3 or 4 different majors with that money and get herself out there. So these women are not here to mess around. They're really here to send it and to try and take home that prize money.
But also here to have a good time, and I think that's something that is just so special about the women's brackets, is like, they're here, they mean business, but they're having fun while they're doing it, and you can see it. Like, when they get reset, they're having a laugh. Like, it's more fun to watch. I said it.
Yeah, I think one thing that this the first part of this tournament has given us is like exciting fights. For sure, like the scoreboards don't actually reflect how exciting it is. I think the matches have been so back and forth. The struggle to stabilize positions just shows how much each of these girls is pushing, and they don't want to concede. 2 submission victories, which is really great. Martina really impressed me. I mean, she didn't win her match, she got submitted, but that's because she was fighting it was such an open style. She was really pushing for that submission finish, and you could tell that that's what she wanted. Great fight so far. We obviously had that close one with Injana and Anne. Super, super close, super, super technical. Great leg entanglements, but yeah.
They had a belt over first match, and they delivered for their second match as well.
So, Melissa Mullins versus Amanda Schertz. What a match. Key detail, Amanda needs a win. If she wants to stay in the running for this prize money, she needs to win this match. On points, by sub, she needs a win.
And I think she can do it. Like, her experience.
Just her posture in this match from her first match is different. She's here, she means business. Oh my god.
Big takedown from Amanda. And she's behind her.
Oh my goodness.
And they're back on the feet.
Melissa, not fast. Melissa's focused, she's locked in, she's double checking. Like we said, no one's hitting her in the face today. This is a fun day for Melissa, but Amanda, I would not want Amanda
behind me on the
absolutely
feet.
not.
No,
thank you. Hard pass. Somebody else take the wheel.
Melissa's doing a good job of not. Ooh, she's pulled to the
back, but no. Melissa's up.
Amanda's great judo though. She is back on top. Look at that throw. Oh Jesus. Pretty solid landing position for Amanda. She's over to mount. She scored. Takedown and mount.
Takedown, mount, brutal mount. 2 points on the board. Amanda's in the lead by 2. We said she needed a win, and I think she knew.
She's getting after it.
But we can't count Melissa out. She is as tough as they come. We're only a minute and a little bit into this match.
She's used to getting punched in the face.
Yeah, Melissa's good. She's absolutely been through the gauntlet more times than most, and she's dealt with this. But has she dealt with someone like Amanda?
Like Amanda's working that arm up towards her head. I can't really see from here, but she is not being nice on top, as she shouldn't.
Like the pressure, the connection from belly button up to chin, everything is driving pressure into Melissa. Melissa desperately trying to relieve that pressure with her right hand.
She is bridging, but Amanda is not going anywhere, it looks like.
I mean, whew, oh my goodness, the crossface. The pressure driving through the jaw. Melissa is not in a good position.
No, it looks like she might be setting up like a head and arm strangle here, but I can't quite see.
Incredibly dynamic, incredibly explosive,
Oh.
Melissa Mullins. Look at that hip bar.
Big bridge from Melissa, but Amanda's staying on top, and maybe she's going to go to the back.
The back's there.
She's staying connected to her. She's staying
The
behind her.
chest to back connection, you know, she knows exactly where every part of her body
She's
needs
working
to
that arm in
be.
front of her face. Oh my god. Oh, she's really getting stretched out now. Oh my god.
And we're back to mount, back to that punishing high mount. Melissa doing everything she can to relieve that pressure, and she's hanging in there. An Americana setup is happening. We're just trying to see it. But the right angle is in the elbow. We've got 3.5
3.5
minutes.
minutes. There's
Amanda
time.
There's time to work.
Is she on the arm?
Yeah, she's on an arm. But at that angle, I mean, if anyone can finish it, it's going to be Amanda Scherz.
And that.
Melissa Mullins does it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
The tap is there. Amanda did what she needed to do.
She
has
came
to
on
win
top,
the
but
bag.
she sniped that armbar from the
That's
bottom.
the difference between newer grapplers and higher level grapplers like Amanda. When it matters, she pulls it out the bag.
3 points on the board for Amanda. She knew what she needed to do, and she went and
Sensational,
did it.
sensational from
Absolutely.
Okay, next match, Jackie Almeida versus Injana Goodman. Both have a ton to prove. Quick eye poke there, Injana's okay, she's double checking.
I think this will be a really interesting match. From their previous fights, both of them wanted to take top position, so this might be a fight for a takedown here, and also they want to have that top control. They're both pressure passers.
Injana is an absolute nightmare from this body lock position. Standing on the ground, this is not where you want Injana Goodman to be. But Jackie is durable. We saw that in her last fight. She knows how to weather a storm. Injana has the takedown. She's done it. She's on the ground. She's past the knees. She's hellish from this position. This is quintessential Injana Goodman. This is what she does to people.
Flatten her down.
But Jackie, the experience is in the bag. We're not even a minute into this match. Injana up 1 point. She knows that she wants to make up for her last match, which was incredible, but she didn't quite manage to clinch the win. She has a point to prove, and this is what she does to people. Heavy pressure. Look at that arm pinned above Jackie's head. And a nice high side control to finish off. Beautiful work. Textbook, really. This could be an instructional on how to take people down and pressure pass, and this is incredible. And Jackie is doing her best, but this is a brutal position to be in.
Really great work from Injana on top here. She's like switching between that knee slice position and the quarter guard position. She's managed to pass the guard from here. Nice back step into. Well, she's got the choice here if she wants to pass or she wants to start looking for that saddle. But Jackie's done a really great job.
Just over 4 minutes left of this fight. It's a long time.
There is a long time left, but you know what? In this rule set, anything can happen.
Anything, especially with only one point for each score. You know, a pass is 1 point. It's really easy to pull back if you get behind on points. Whereas if you look at a more IBJJF rule set, if you're 12 points down, it can be really tough.
Nice recovery there from Jackie, but Injana's still keeping the pressure.
So impressed by Injana's movement on top. Her connections are so fluid.
And she's already on the neck.
It
looks like it's under the chin already, so we could be seeing a submission
Jackie's
here.
desperately trying to escape the hips, but
Yes,
it's done. Incredible submission victory from Injana Goodman, who put on a clinic. And that is 3 points in the bag for Injana. Well done to both women.
So next up we've got Zoe and Gabriella.
Ready? Fight!
Both have had very exciting matches so far. Zoe is up on points.
Yeah, so
Not in the actual match, in the overall context.
So Zoe had a win over Amanda.
points win over Amanda,
Yeah,
yeah.
points win over Amanda, giving her 2 points. Gabriella lost her first match against Melissa, so
Yeah.
she's yet to have a score on the board.
On their side of the bracket, Zoe is currently in 3rd place, and Gabby is in 4th.
So we're seeing Zoe on top this time. In her last match, she played bottom for most of the round.
She can do it all.
Yeah. Fun fact about Zoe, she's actually a doctor.
Dr. Zoe Lundy.
Zoe.
Back on the feet. I've been really impressed with Gabriella so far. She has incredible guard retention. She's always getting her legs back in the middle, but she's also just willing to stand up and fight as well, which some people can do it all. She's one of them. And she's got cat print on, so I'm a little biased. Zoe's on top.
It looks like Gabriella wants to play guard, but she's looking for her optimal guard. She doesn't want to sit to a bad position, which is smart against someone like Zoe.
Zoe opting for bottom position now. We saw her here a lot in the last match. She set up a nice heel hook attempt. Let's see if she can do the same.
So 4.5 minutes left of this match. Still no scores on the board. Zoe opting for a De La Riva guard. She's got a deep grip on her ankle and she's looking to come on top with it.
Ooh, that. Oh, she wasn't on top for 3 seconds. Oh, and Gabriella's in on the leg now, but she didn't quite get the bite on the heel.
If Zoe comes on top now, she'll end up scoring. Both fighters reset to standing. No scores on the board, 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Gabriella, another one of those fighters that just doesn't accept a bad position, it seems like. When she's been put on the bottom from like a sweep or something, she's back on her feet, very similar to Amanda.
Yeah, not willing to accept a position that doesn't favour her, which is
I find that really impressive as someone who consistently sweeps themselves. I'm like, I just want to be like them.
Jiu-jitsu goals. Zoe taking bottom position again, looking to pull.
Yeah, one thing that we've seen from all the fighters today is they are comfortable on the top, they're comfortable on the bottom, they're willing to go everywhere, and
Nice
as
inversion
Violet
there.
said, what a treat. Gabriella in on a leg, but looks like Zoe's knees are in the clear.
So Gabriella has to be careful
She's
here that
still
she doesn't.
digging. Zoe rolling and potentially trying to take the back. Ooh, that was sick.
Nice back attack from Zoe here.
What a little Barabola there, and she's
So she
following
ends up
her.
on top.
Ooh.
So we have sweet points awarded.
We're getting
here
reset to
for-
the middle.
Yeah, sweet points awarded for Zoe here. She had some nice inversions to try and get to the back. And
Yeah, that was beautiful.
yeah, when she couldn't secure that back position, she opted to come on top, which I think is smart with 2 minutes 40 left in this
But this
round.
position is also very dynamic. Off a reset, like a turtle, anything can happen. Not quite turtle, but
Yeah, if Gabriella moves fast and moves and rolls,
if
she's
she
got a
needs
good
both
chance of
hooks to
escaping.
score.
But Zoe's done a great job of controlling this position. She's got
Fighting to get under that neck.
one hook in
She
already.
is tightly connected, Zoe is.
Nice control on her hip. Nice work.
Gabby doing a good job defending. It looks like she's doing a good job keeping her hands on top and keeping Zoe's like strangle arm away from her neck.
But
We don't
we-
have the best angle.
looks like she's under the chin.
She got it. Rear naked strangle from Zoe.
Yeah,
That's a
not-
submission win, and she won on points last time, so she is now in the lead for Group A. Zoe Lundy.
She is. She's got 5
Baller.
points.
Okay, so up next we've got Martina versus Annie. What a match. Both women have something to prove today. Incredibly high-level jiu-jitsu and so well-rounded. I cannot wait to see if Martina manages to play that dilemma of attacks on the arms versus attacks on the legs against Annie.
Yeah, but Annie has such a depth of experience. Like, I consistently see her out on the mat at trials, at Worlds, at Euros. Oh, Martina's in on a leg, but I think Annie's going to be fine.
It's so exciting to see a woman like Martina playing such high-level leg entanglements. I feel like it's something that I would love to see more in so many of the women's divisions, and I feel like it is coming through. But Martina, I mean, she's young and she's up and coming, and she's already incredible at what she does. And I think it really builds on, especially like the triangles and arm bars we see that are so savage in women's divisions.
Her style is truly always hunting for the sub, and she just really has no F's to give. Like, I'm here for it. Annie doing a great job of shutting down Martina's attacks and putting on some pressure from the top. Like, Annie is just such an exciting fighter.
She really never misses. I've never seen her have a boring match, and I've watched her fight for years and years.
The woman, I don't think she's capable of stalling.
No, I just don't think it's in her vocabulary, to be honest. Either of them.
40 seconds. Move around. And breathe. Breathe.
Both athletes taking a breath, taking a moment, and getting straight back into the action. We're only a minute and a half in. 0-0 on the scoreboards. Annie side to side with the passing.
She's trying to shut Martina's legs down.
Yeah, it's a smart move, you know. She's trying to stop those entries coming through on the legs.
Fair enough.
You better be careful of your arms as well, because Martina will take what's in front of her.
And in the context of the contest, ooh, Martina's up on her. Annie's stuffing that shot, just back on top. Wow, and Martina's back on the leg, but Annie is calm.
Huge! Oh my goodness, is she going to finish it?
I have no idea.
Out of bounds. Photographer still alive. Helmet
Just barely.
no. It's a dangerous job. Being a grappling photographer can confirm. Reset standing.
Oh. Double guard pull.
Fat guard pull. Love to see
We
it.
heard that.
Interesting. Annie wants to stay on the bottom now. She doesn't want to keep passing.
Annie was going for some of her own leg attacks in that match with Njana as well, so I think Martina, we have seen her gunning for the legs, but I think Annie can do the same if she wants to.
Annie truly is just a nightmare
She's
from everywhere.
incredibly well-rounded. She's back on top. Look at that, the pressure, the hair flying. Ugh.
3.5 minutes left.
Annie is ahead on overall points. Martina is in that 4th place position, so I can see why she's just flying up submission attempts.
This is one of those matches that if you just take a pause for a second, you're going to miss the submission, because it just doesn't feel like either of these women are trying to win on points in this match. They want a submission.
So bendy. If I did that, I would break my back.
We're not all built the same, unfortunately, and Martina is terrifying.
She's on top now. She's on top. You're on the bottom. You're on the bottom.
Just over 2.5 minutes left. Neck and neck, but that is a difference in score. Annie has a 1-point lead on Martina. Now, that's not saying anything, because like we said, points can change so fast in this rule set. It's what makes it so great. Martina is aware of this difference, and she is looking to make it back. But from what we've seen of her today, she's going to be looking to make it back
And the
with a
pace has
submission.
been high. They're both breathing heavy.
Yep.
It's a fight.
It's an absolute scrap, and we knew that's what it was going to be, and that's what we're being served. Lucky us.
You're on the ground. Move the knee line in.
Although I'm not surprised that they're in this position. Martina likes to be in these positions where
Toe hold attempt coming through strong from Annie,
on the
but
legs, but Annie on toe hold.
feels like this is something
I don't
Martina's
think
going
she
to
quite
eat.
has control over the knee, and I don't think Martina will tap to that.
No, it wasn't super close to her butt.
You're on the bottom.
Okay, and we've got a reset coming through.
My heart is beating so fast.
You're on the bottom, Amy.
Reset standing. Interesting. Another fat guard pull. Love to see it.
Pass to the grass.
Fast too, you know. Drop it like it's hot, they're down.
Both just really going after the feet, the dogs. Ugh. Martina looking to get around to the back, I believe now.
Okay, both of them just looking for an entry, just looking for that like small, sharp opportunity to finish this match. Annie still has the 1 point lead. Martina's trying to make it up.
Maybe she was opting to go on top. I think
Interesting. Wow.
I think her knee's out. Yeah,
The
her
knee's out,
there.
and you know, for those of you watching who maybe aren't as well versed with leg attacks, if you manage to clear the knee line, we're not saying you're safe because touch wood, but you're in a much safer position than if somebody's secured the knee line.
Yeah.
For the outside.
Okay,
Just under a minute left, and Annie is putting on the pressure on top. I believe she's up by a point.
Annie's up by 1 point, but even with, 45 seconds left now, Martina's doing everything she can to make up for that 1 point.
Outside, for the outside. Don't leave the leg. Don't leave the leg. Break it. On the hook.
Wow, okay. Little roll from Annie.
What's your leg?
Martina looking for anything and everything she can do to finish this match. She's
Martina's
listening to
trying
her
get
corner.
on a leg, but I think this match has shown us just how well versed
Polish power is here today.
Annie is
She's
on the
got
legs as
Laura in
well.
the corner. Both incredibly accomplished women. The breathing is heavy.
There's a lot of spinning.
5 seconds left on the clock. 1 point lead for Annie. Can Martina do it? She's on a toe hold. Can she do
Both
it?
on a time.
Annie takes the win.
Annie gets the win on points, and that was a belter.
So in that last match, there was a bit of an issue with the scoring and the reffing. Martina was meant to be awarded a point that she wasn't, and Annie was also meant to be awarded a point that she wasn't. So the decision has been reversed, and it's been a draw. And each athlete in the overall contest has been awarded 1 point for that draw.
So after those sets of matches, Group A has got Zoe in first place with 5 points, Melissa in second place with 3 points, joint second place is Amanda, also with 3 points, and Gabriella is in fourth with no points.
So in Group B, Injana, Anne, and Jackie all tied for first place with 3 overall points. Martina's got 1 point. So currently, the three at the top got a strong position to win if they can pull off some submissions. Martina's got a small chance of coming back, but that's where we stand.
So next up, we've got Amanda and Gabriella. Amanda is in a really strong position in her group with a submission finish. Gabriella would need to... No, she won't win.
Yeah, I don't think Gabriella has a route to the top of the bracket, but it doesn't mean she can't have a good scrap. And she's had some 2 other ones. She unfortunately has been on the less good side of the submissions, but she has definitely proved that she's a versatile fighter. She's been very active on the bottom, on the top. She's looking to pass Amanda's guard right now.
Yeah, and it's great to see Amanda play guard this round. We've seen a lot of her top pressure and movement on top, so it's nice to see a bit of variety here.
And Amanda currently in second place in her side of the bracket, but if she wins by submission, that'll definitely bring her up back to first.
Nice, possible wrestle up there from Amanda. She seems very comfortable right now. She doesn't feel like she's under too much pressure. Looks like she's managing the distance well and she's able to connect her guards.
Amanda's got us pretty. It's not guaranteed, obviously, but she's in a strong position to come out on top of this bracket, and I think she's using that mindset going into this match.
Yeah, I think
She got a smile on her face. She's ready to scrap.
Yeah, she's enjoying out there.
4.5 minutes left in this one.
I think Gabriella looks like she's erring on the side of caution here with Amanda's guard, and a nice wrestle up there from Amanda. She's gone out of the area.
I think that'll score.
They're going to be reset into the middle.
Or not.
Doesn't look like they're issuing the score there for Amanda.
But it was a great wrestle up and
Nice guard pull again there
to the
from
top.
Amanda. It looked like
Yeah, Amanda
Gabriella
looks-
tried to shoot to take the score there, but just not quick enough.
yeah, it looks like Amanda's hunting for the submission from the bottom. And she's good from everywhere, but yeah, like you said, it's nice to see her doing something a bit different.
Yeah, and she's pushing forward. Even though she's the one seated, she's the one moving forward right now. So people
Gabriella
that
tried
say
it.
that guard is
Yeah,
sometimes just a defensive position, or
It
this
can
is
be offensive.
Yeah,
I
it
think
can
on
be
the whole,
offensive.
when you're on top, you're in a better place, but it doesn't mean you can't be offensive from the bottom,
Yeah.
certainly.
Nice knee slice position there from Gabriella.
Gabriella trying to get past those legs, but Amanda is just sneaking it back in the middle.
Nice wrestle up there from Amanda. This will score.
Come on top. Yeah, that'll definitely score.
First points on the board. We're 3 minutes
Reset in
and
the middle.
15 seconds in.
You know, it's a good fight when the hair is coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tough thing to do, keeping it all back. I must say.
I feel like there's a skill set
Yeah,
in
that
jiu-jitsu,
we've
an
learned
extra
over
skill
many
set,
years.
yeah, that we have to acquire. We've got a bit of blood, is it?
Looks like she's fine.
So our referee, Emily, just making sure they're resetting to the position they ended in.
Amanda's up by 1.
Nice forward pressure
She's
from
coming
Amanda.
forward. She's aggressive.
It looks like she's got a bite on this foot here, so in this reset, Gabriella needs to be a bit careful.
What a team effort. Makes the dream work. Oh, she's got her foot out of there.
Nice work.
And back up to standing.
Good work from both these ladies. Nice heavy collar tie there from Amanda.
Postura di nuovo, abbassa la postura, abbassa la postura.
She sits again.
Andiamo a passare. Di nuovo come prima.
It's cool to see how, like, obviously Amanda's very good stand-up and top player, but like the confidence that she has to pull.
Again,
and come
a
on top.
lovely wrestle up there. That's the
Beautiful
second
sweep,
of the match, so
Amanda.
that puts Amanda up by 2 points. We've got 2.5 minutes left of this match.
Stop.
Drawn blood.
So we're just going to pause. I think Amanda's got a nosebleed. I mean, I think the great thing, especially about the weight division that we have at the minute, is the amount of variety that you see. Like, a lot of the time in the upper and lower weight divisions, they're kind of angled a little bit more towards either playing bottom or top. But actually what we're seeing here is like the variety. We've got takedowns, we've got people happy to wrestle, people happy to play guard, and also pressure from the top.
Yeah,
There's-
it's got a rumble from everywhere.
Yeah, and lots of movement. Okay, we're not looking at people trying to stall, and I think this rule set forces you to push the pace.
Yeah. And although Gabriella doesn't actually have a route to winning this one, it'd be great to see her like chucking on some submission attempts. Like she's had a good performance today, and I'd love to see her go out strong. But also Amanda needs that submission. If she's not currently ahead in the overall contest, so a submission is going to get her the best chance of coming out on top of bracket.
Yeah, you're right. This does change the dynamic. Like, a win is probably not going to be enough here. Like, we've got Zoe at the top of the group currently, and
Yeah.
a submission could make the difference
Amanda
for
needs
Amanda going
everything she
through.
can get.
Yeah. So, got just under 2 minutes left of this round. The score is 2-0 to Amanda.
Look at Amanda's face. She's focused. She got scratches on her neck, nosebleed. The girlies go hard. There's a minute and a half left.
Stop.
Looks like they've had a little eye poke, but everyone is okay. She looks all right. Back in it.
You've got to really think about where is Amanda going to get her best chance to submit. And
Yeah, and I think
these wrestling exchanges, I don't know if that's the way she's going to get there. Unless she can look for a route to the back from here, I think. So Gabriella,
she's very good on
guard.
the feet, though, so I don't know.
She's good, but she needs a submission if she
does.
wants to guarantee, give herself the best chance into the next round. So
Those collar ties.
nice shot from Amanda. Nice, Amanda. Good. Very nice.
And she got a takedown.
Takedown points there for Amanda.
Yes, 3-0.
30 seconds left on the
She's got
clock.
30 seconds to get the sub. But just winning on points will also put her in a good spot.
Yes. So we're getting to the point in the competition where it's not just going to be based on how well you do in this match, it's how well
How
the
everyone
other
else
people
does,
do
yeah.
in their next matches.
Let's go, guys.
But they're pushing it.
Final 10 seconds. The girls are not slowing down.
Amanda's diving in on those shots.
Brilliant match there from both girls. Fighting all the way to the end. Yeah, great show of support as well.
Great to watch.
So at the end of that round, Amanda is the winner. Yeah, 3 points on the board and 2 points for the win.
So she's tied with Zoe now for first place with that win in bracket A. Next match in bracket B, Injana versus Martina. So far on the leaderboard, Injana, Annie, and Jackie are all tied for first place with 3 points. Martina in second place, sort of fourth place with the 1 point. But she's still got an outside chance to win, but the other three are in a very strong position.
So this is not the first time these ladies have matched each other. I believe they've had 3 fights before this. Injana has come out on top, but they have been really close, exciting matches. Martina is known for her leg entanglements and her leg attacks, and although we don't see that all the time from Injana, it's not because it's not there, it's because she's so well-rounded and she has other things to work on. So I'm really excited to see the game plans of these women in, one of their 4th match against each other. At the moment, it looks like Martina is gunning for what she is amazing at, which is looking for those legs, but Injana is not put off. She is looking for them just the same. We're not even a minute into this fight, and we're already in such an exciting position.
Yeah, Martina starting the match relentless, as she has done in all previous matches. Injana making sure that knee line is clear. She needs to free that knee line. Martina's done a really good job of recollecting it here. She's looking for...
One thing that really impresses me about Martina is she doesn't rush her submissions. She knows if it's there to gun for, and she absolutely snaps it on if it is, but she's not worried if she doesn't catch it first time. She's always willing to wait it out and dig for another attempt. The dragging, truly sensational. It looks choreographed. We're prepared. Injana
nice
maintaining
entry
that
there
really hard
from-
balance of defense but remaining offensive. Martina doing a really good job of just digging for that heel over and over again, but Injana's locked in. Just over 4 minutes left on the clock, and we are still 0-0 on the scoreboards, but as we know, that can change really fast in this rule set.
Nice work from Martina with this like waiter almost position.
Such a good way to deal with really heavy top pressure, which Injana's known for, is to just, try and come up underneath and elevate them from their legs.
Nice top pressure here from Injana. She's trying to close that gap between her and Martina's heads, but that butterfly hook, that top butterfly hook from Martina is a bit of a problem. She does need to clear that if she wants a chance at passing here.
Yeah, you really don't want that chest-to-chest connection that Injana's got there. We've spoken about it before, but it's really important that we remember that thanks to our sponsors and thanks to Women Who Fight, young athletes like these two have the opportunity to win a really significant chunk of prize money that they can put towards competing. And this is really what we need on the women's scene to keep athletes like these up and coming.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful recovery there from Martina.
Stunning.
She's having to deal with this pressure, and it's important to mention that the longer the match goes on, the more she's going to feel this pressure that Injana is putting on top of her. It's
Injana is
relentless.
piling it down. And although Martina has a great game face and she's not showing, that stuff starts to wear heavy. We got 3 minutes left. We're halfway through, still 0-0, but Injana is just pushing that needle, getting closer and closer. But as I say that, Martina's back on heel.
Yeah, lovely entry there from Martina.
Martina with another incredible, Polish female competitor in her corner. We've got Laura there, world champion, brown belt. She's won everything there is to win. And, you really should pay attention to the female grapplers coming out of Poland, because they come out of nowhere and they just absolutely destroy. And it's wonderful to see. Nice. Injana looking to free that knee line, I think. Still 0-0, 2 minutes 20 left. Injana trying to suck that leg in and get the knee line locked down. Martina she knows exactly what's going on. Really enjoyable to see Injana in, a leg lock battle of this level. We don't get to see it as much as I'd like from her.
Been super impressed with Injana's leg lock defense.
Absolutely.
And just then she managed to switch it up and make her own attack.
Really fun as
Injana
well.
trying to separate the legs.
Fun to see Martina, really in a deep battle with someone who's willing to play. She's doing an incredible job. She's just showing how talented and how hardworking she is. Injana back to one of her favorite passing positions.
We've got 1.5 minutes left on the clock here. Still no scores on the board, but plenty of action.
Yeah, 1:15. It doesn't sound like long, but a lot can happen.
Just 1 point to win this match. That's all that's needed.
Injana's doing a really good job of just consistently trying to clear Martina's feet from on her. If you have your feet on someone, you have them at the end of the range. But just as she clears one, Martina's doing such a good job of just re-pummeling back in and keeping Injana away from connecting chest to chest. Injana back in. She smashed the knees together. Is she going to pull off the pass?
I think this is, so far, the best attempt at passing that we've seen from
I couldn't
Injana in
agree
this
more.
tournament. She's driving her
Chest
flat,
to
she's
chest.
controlling the head.
Looking for the crossface, but look at Martina go, just trying to pummel that leg back in. That top leg's coming back in. Is she going to be able to use it? She's done it. She's re-guarded. And to close guard, a reset to the middle.
Martina will not be defeated. She is just persistent with that leg pummeling. She's managing to find space where there isn't any. She's doing a really great job on the bottom here against
Just under
a
30
great
seconds left.
pressure
Still
player.
0-0. Incredible.
Nice leg entry here from
Martina back on the heel. Injana making sure that she manages to clear that heel. Injana's corner.
We've got
Max
10
is encouraging
seconds.
her to attack right back.
10 seconds left on the clock. If Martina can come on top, it would be a sweep. 1 point awarded to
One
Martina right at the end there.
Who took that point home?
Martina.
Martina took the point.
We do have a bit of blood, guys. That was an absolute war.
What an incredible technical battle from two amazing fighters. A little bit of blood on Martina, but I don't think she's fast. This is nothing new for her.
It's a great fight. So Martina
Well done,
wins
Martina. Incredible work from both ladies.
there with 1 point right at the end for a sweep.
Next up, we have Melissa Mullins and Zoe Lundy. Just to recap the leaderboard, these fighters are both in bracket A. Amanda and Zoe both currently leading with 5 points. Melissa's got 3. So if either of them can win by submission, then I think that puts them on top. So a lot at stake here.
I am beyond hyped for this match. Like, two just super dominant, super gritty fighters. Like, both coming in not as underdogs. How could you call a UFC fighter or somebody who can do what Zoe can do an underdog? But they're both here to take home that prize money, and they're willing to scrap for it. I mean, Zoe's got this incredible guard. Her leg pummeling is spectacular, but Melissa's forward pressure is just brutal. And don't make the mistake of thinking that all she can do is, you know, pile pressure down, because she is great from everywhere. Her stand-up spectacular. She's well-rounded and she's experienced.
Zoe is doing a good job of trying to outbalance Melissa though.
Lovely little entry there from Zoe.
Zoe on top. That will score.
Banging on top, and she's not letting it go. Ooh.
Was that 3 seconds? Melissa back on top.
And
1-1.
point for each, so we are neck and neck, and we're just over a minute into this fight. 5 amazing minutes left. Zoe really hanging on that collar tie. She's got her right knee on the inside of Melissa's knee. She may be looking for a little entry onto the legs there, I'm sure.
She's got the legs scoop with her left
She's
arm.
got that
so
scoop
she
grip.
might be trying to use that to enter the legs. Not anymore. Back to, looks like a closed guard. Not quite.
Both of these women have had such fantastic performances today in such a tough bracket. It is so exciting to see them square off against each other. And I think it's got to be said, both of them are in the most incredible shape. So strong, so dynamic.
Yeah, I don't want any part of any of that.
Yeah,
Zoe
honestly,
in on
rather
her
than the knee.
Can Melissa free her
So
knee?
is Melissa going to clear the knee line? She's out. She's got the
Zoe
knee
could
out.
also use it to come on top. She's
Melissa's back up on top. Will she be able to pass the guard of Zoe Lundy? That's the question.
Just under 4 minutes left. So much action.
So much action. Even score. Zoe trying to suck those arms in.
Yeah, loads of attacks from the bottom. Heavy pressure on top. Whew. But again, 2 come out on the top spot. I think both of them need a submission because Amanda, also in this bracket, also got 5 overall points.
Amanda has been taking names today, but both of these women want to walk away from this match with a submission to stay in the running for the prize. £2,500 on the line, thanks to our sponsors. Incredible. It really can't be overestimated how far that money will go for active competitors like these. Beautiful knee slice from Melissa Mullins.
That was quick.
It was fast.
Zoe trying to get in on that arm.
But Zoe's on base. She's
Cool.
digging
She's
for
collected.
that arm.
Ooh, she might have it.
6 step over. Is she going to be able to suck out that
She's
arm?
really getting her
She's
leg
grabbing it.
deep in there. Oh, she's on the straight arm bar.
But Melissa's pivoting round. Melissa's trying to defend it. Zoe's bending it. She's looking for a shoulder lock. Is she going to take the elbow? We don't know. What is she on?
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness. And Zoe Lundy pulls it off with the submission win. Absolutely phenomenal. Props to Melissa Mullins. Absolutely dominant athlete. Came here on a Sunday and has absolutely sent it and really cemented her name as, you know, top on the scene.
Jesus Christ.
Amazing. Props to Zoe Lundy with, I've got to say it's my
Zoe
favorite
Lundy,
submission of the day.
Submission. So she got 8 points.
Fiona, what are you thinking? Submission of the day so far? It's got to be my favorite.
I think so.
It has to be my favorite.
That was sick.
Okay, we have Jackie Almeida versus Annie Svensson. What an amazing match.
A lot at stake here.
Tons at stake. And both of these ladies in the running to come out on top of their bracket.
Yes.
This match is going to decide it.
Yep. If they draw, they'll go to overtime, and if that is a draw, it'll go to ref decision. But I have a feeling that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm not
It could.
sensing a draw in the air for this one. I don't want to speak too soon, but these ladies don't have faces on that say they're happy with a draw. Look at Annie go. Those collar ties, the grip breaks, she means business.
Oh.
Our ref, Chelsea, physically having to stop them going further out of bounds. This one is going to be a fire
She is
starter.
pushing, she is aggressive, and in a butterfly rash guard.
Anna is locked in a butterfly rash guard. I love to see
She
it.
is digging for those underhooks. Deep.
But you know, Jackie is ready. Jackie's been here before. She knows what she's dealing with. She's here to scrap. Nice.
And he's still trying to get those underhooks.
You can really see the battle for the underhook dominance here. We know what underhooks are good for.
Yeah. If you're on the inside of someone's arms, you can control them better.
One thing I love about these
back
events,
in the wall.
I mean, we've got Amanda in Jackie's corner. Like, I love to see other competitors cornering each other.
Yeah.
Only a minute in, and we've just had the sickest action on the feet. Oh my goodness. Annie digging for a leg.
Annie on the leg.
Chelsea is insisting on a reset.
Little
The
spin.
draggers are back. We have the faces of women who fight, Marina and Shanti, doing everything today
And
apparently.
Annie is in on
Annie
the
is
leg.
blasting. She wants
But
that
Jackie's
sub. She's
been
on.
in-
What is she
in
even
these
going for?
Leg entanglements before. Can Annie, is that, will she get the score? Yeah, looks like she will.
And Annie has taken
Top position
top
with
position
a point.
with a point. Just over 4.5 minutes remaining. A long time to work for these ladies.
But Jackie not in a bad guard position.
No.
Oh!
Oh, that was beautiful.
I didn't like that was so fast I didn't see it.
I mean,
Annie
Annie
is
is
piling
here
on
to
the pressure
stun.
from the top. She is trying to pin Jackie to the mat. And she's passed.
I feel like we're seeing Annie in a really
but
different
Jackie
gear.
up off her back. Oh, what's going on?
Annie insisting on that top
beautiful.
position. The top position she is not letting go of.
Nah, but Jackie is doing good. She is trying to get up. She is
I
trying
don't
to
know
get
about
up.
you, but this is a different gear from Annie Svensson.
She's digging for those hooks.
She looked
Ooh,
savage
she is
before,
on the back.
but she's
That'll
on the
score.
back and she's got the point.
She's going to be digging for the strangle. Looks like they'll reset.
We'll take a reset, and do you know what? I wouldn't want to be reset in that position. I'm not gonna lie. Annie is digging
She's
for a
locked up the body
strangle.
triangle.
Oh my
It's-
goodness, she's stretching Jackie out with that body triangle. Anyone who's been there knows how hard it is to breathe in that position. It is a 0 out of 10 on the fun scale, but Jackie's tough. Jackie's been here before, she
Annie
knows
is
what to do.
glued to her back.
Yeah, that chest to back connection
She
is
is.
sensational.
Oh, she's digging.
She's
over the
digging
face, under the chin. She
on
is
the chin,
locked
and she's
it.
just gonna squeeze through the jaw, through the jaw. On it goes, down. There's the tap.
Woo!
Annie Svensson, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely incredible.
Ah,
Huge round of applause from the crowd.
well deserved.
I don't know if you can pick it up through the screen, but the atmosphere in here is electric. In our final, we have Zoe Lundy versus Annie Svensson. Now, I have to say, as amazing as we knew Zoe Lundy was, she has been an absolute sensation today. She has come in as a last-minute replacement and just absolutely sent it. And now she's facing off against one of Europe's best black belts in Annie Svensson.
Yeah, definitely a wild card, but you know what? We've seen this before from Zoe and Enyo, so we shouldn't be surprised by it. She looks really great out there. She looks like she's got the technique, she's got the physicality, so she's really pushing these girls to the limit. Annie is a seasoned competitor, right? Like, we knew that she could be in this final, and she showed us her experience, she showed us the technique that she's got, and she was really a joy to watch.
Yeah, we've seen such well-rounded games from both women, but I have to say, in Annie's most recent match just now versus Jackie, there was just a really different atmosphere. Like, there were heavy collar ties being thrown around, nothing Jackie, is new to, but there was just a real kind of momentum shift in that match. So I'm really excited to see, one, if Annie keeps that physicality and that intensity, and two, how Zoe deals with it, because incredible as she is, she has less experience competing against people like Annie, but as we've learned, she is not to be counted out. Zoe Lundy has been looking incredible today. Okay, so here we have our final of the second Women Who Fight Invitational, which is presented by the Grapple Club and supported by Myriad Jiu-Jitsu, Martial Arts Hub, Dr. Alina Briskin, and Progress Jiu-Jitsu. We have Zoe Lundy versus Annie Svensson in the final.
Dr. Zoe Lundy.
Dr. Zoe Lundy. She has a PhD from Oxford, doing what she's got to do. What a woman.
It's one of the best women in Europe, if not the world.
Also, she is in incredible condition. Like, where is she finding the time?
I think that woman lifts some heavy weights.
Whatever she's doing, drop the routine, Zoe. Yeah. Whatever's going on, she knows something we don't know.
Something we don't.
You know something we don't. Drop it. The nutrition, the training routine. What is Zoe Lundy doing?
The life secrets.
Oh,
the
look
wisdom.
At this.
Oh God.
Wow.
They're out.
And a reset. I mean, that in itself was amazing. There's 1 point being raised. Okay. So after that exchange, we're looking at a 1-0 score in favor of, is it in favor of Annie Svensson? I think it is. So Annie is up 1 point, and we are only 1 minute into the action. We've seen Zoe earlier in this fight. She's comfortable on top. She's comfortable on bottom.
She's thrown up that one armbar from the bottom. Sick.
Dude, this Invitational should cement Zoe Lundy as somebody to watch, but she is facing Annie Svensson, and Annie is locked in. She is so focused. There's 2,500 pounds on the line for either of these women to take home.
And you can tell they know that.
Yeah, it's hard to forget.
In their movements.
Melissa Mullins in the background hyping these women up.
Yes.
The atmosphere in here is super intense, super excited. Melissa is hyping these girls up. We love to see it. Annie heavy on the collar ties, but Zoe unfazed. We've lost one of our commentators, Fiona, who has jumped in the corner of Annie Svensson. We love to see the support.
The women are versatile in this room.
You know, there's multi-skilled people.
Yeah, it is really just an incredible event. Shout out to Women Who Fight. I mean, I know we are pals, but they've gotten all an incredible reffing team. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're thinking putting us on the mic, but the bracket,
I hope no one's cancelled us yet. Okay, I feel like we've behaved for now. Heavy breathing from both athletes. Annie is driving into that top leg of Zoe Lundy. But Zoe, we've seen her guard today. It is so flexible, so dynamic.
She is retaining.
Retaining by definition. 3.5 minutes left. Score is still 1-0 in favor of Annie Svensson.
She's trying to get that grip on the arm, maybe to set up that
look at that
Choi bar that she got earlier
that Choi
in the
bar
day.
Was foul.
May have been the submission of today.
Drop the instructional.
May have been the submission of the day.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite of the day. So Zoe, we've got her in a seated guard here. Annie is just driving into Zoe Lundy's guard, but I would really like to see her try and chain her passes together a little more. Not to be giving advice, my goodness, but I would love to see her, instead of backing out and coming back in, I'd love to see her just driving.
Yeah, sometimes you do gotta back out though. When
You're
someone's got a
right.
guard as dangerous as Zoe
You're
Lundy,
right.
like if you're not past the feet, if you're not past the knees, like you need to be careful. And anything can happen. Oh, Zoe potentially coming up.
goodness.
Annie maintaining the top
Annie,
position.
wow.
She's still on top. Oof.
So dynamic.
Riveting.
2.5 minutes left. Annie Svensson currently in the lead.
By 1 point? 1 point?
1 point, yeah, by 1
So
point. But
yeah, anything can happen.
gang, do
All-
not count
all
out Zoe
scores 1
Lundy.
point,
She pulls
this
things
rule
out the
set.
bag. She's got a foul choi bar.
which she has already tried to set up here.
Yeah, she's already looking for that choi bar.
2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes until one of these women takes home £2,500.
Melissa is saying, move it.
Melissa is encouraging the action in the background. Trust a UFC fighter to be pushing the pace.
Annie maintaining that top position.
Yeah, Annie can't
Put
give up
the
that top
pressure
position.
on.
The pressure is driving forward. It's heavy, but Zoe, one thing I've noticed with her is she can weather a storm.
Yeah.
You need to score.
I feel like it doesn't get talked about enough, but being able to weather a storm and just eat pressure can win you fights.
Yeah, and there's something like, it's one thing to have a really good performance in a match, but to have a performance again and again and again
Yeah.
is a skill in and of itself that I
Over
have
and
like
over
never
again.
been able to achieve, but is like hugely respectable.
I know we've hyped it up, but let's hype it up some more. Zoe Lundy jumped in at last minute. She's still a purple belt.
I think so.
That's
I mean, that
ridiculous.
is sandbagging.
Yeah, like promote the woman. What's going on? Annie fighting to stay on top. Zoe looking to try and come up and even up that score. We've got under a minute left on the clock.
Yeah, I think like Zoe was called in
Zoe's
2 days ago? 2 days ago?
Yeah, Zoe was called in just a few days ago. And
And this is what she brought?
she's put it to the test against the best in Europe.
Imagine if she was prepared.
Yeah, give the woman a cam.
And she's in
Look at Annie. Annie is defending this point lead. Annie cannot get taken down or she is going to lose.
30 seconds, girls, come on. 30 seconds left.
So it looks like Annie's up by 1.
Annie is locked.
But
in.
every score is 1 point, so if Zoe can secure a takedown, then they're tied and they
Then
go
they're tied
overtime.
in points now.
That's why
Overtime.
she's gunning for those shots.
Circle. Don't take straight.
If
There's
Zoe
10
can
seconds
even
between
s-
Annie Svensson and
and
£2,500.
£2,500. 3 seconds
3
left.
seconds. This is hers.
Is she going to pull it off? I think she might be. Annie Svensson, ladies and gentlemen, takes it home. And what a performance from Zoe Lundy. The purple belt pulled up last minute to jump in.
What a day.
Annie, first of all, congratulations. Absolutely sensational performance. And you did it in a kit that I haven't seen before, and I pay attention to kits. So congratulations. 2 questions for the price of 1. Tell me what's going on with the butterfly kit, but also tell me what it means to win this tournament and take home the prize money.
Well, I will start with the first one. So actually, this hasn't been launched, but it's a design I did myself. I asked Tatami, my sponsor, to do my own rash guard, and they allowed me to. Yeah, I got to do whatever I wanted. So I made this.
Yeah, the
It's
girls,
also in
the
black.
girls on commentary were clocking the butterflies.
Thank you, thank you. Hopefully they will launch it. I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
And thank you so much. It was amazing to win. I mean, because all the 8 girls are so good, and the match was like so close. Like suddenly, like one was submitting, and like it was insane. So I don't know how I ended through, because I feel like everyone was so even.
Yeah, the standard here today was sensational, and I feel like I've watched so many of your fights over the years. You have such a well-rounded game. Tell me a little bit more about your strategy coming into these matches. What were your plans? Did they play out how you expected?
Well, I've been trying to play a little bit on the bottom, especially in the first 2 fights, and I'm kind of like really exploring a little bit there. I think I struggled a little bit, so it didn't work out the way I wanted, like completely. But we have to try, right? So I felt like it was cool to try in a competition at least.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it's the coolest move maybe ever to try out stuff that you're not 100% on when there's $2.5 grand on the line. But props to you. Tell me a little bit about your plans for that money.
Well, as everyone, it's gonna go straight to travels. So next one will be European and the Worlds, and hopefully some more, maybe some super fights in the middle.
It's so difficult when you're trying to compete as often as you do. You're such an active competitor all over Europe. It's really difficult to keep funding that, as I know. And one thing that I'd love to hear your thoughts on a little bit more, you're a proud Norwegian competitor. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on in Scandinavia, because every place I look, the Scandinavian women, the Finnish, the Norwegian, the Swedish, the women's scene is insane, and I just don't feel like it's getting talked about enough. What are your thoughts on what's going on in Scandinavia?
Well, I kind of agree. Not only for myself, but I just like look at everyone else, like from Finland, Norwegian, like Sweden. Like there's so many good girls, but I on their behalf too, I think they deserve a better, like more spotlight, to be honest. But I don't know, maybe it's kind of, we're like a little bit too, calm and not reaching out that much. But of course, like America and UK, maybe there's like a little bit more focus. They're a little bit better to reach out.
So main message is pay attention to the Norwegians. And my final question has to be, I've got to think about it now. It's totally gone from my brain. I would love to know, are there any fights or any matches that you want to run back or that you would love to have when you're thinking forwards for a super fight at some point in the future? Who would you love to have a match with?
Well, anyone, I guess. Well, I think maybe I've been trying to compete like trials, worlds, European. I'm always there. So I think maybe at least I deserve some spotlight in some kind of super fights. I think it's I did my work, so I really hope I get some invitations.
So the message is really, you'll fight anybody on any show if the pay's right.
Yeah, has to
Let's
be a
bring
good
them
pay.
in. Yeah,
we're putting our body at risk, so I think it's time to get some good pay.
Yeah, but you heard it here first. She'll fight anybody. Let's get some big matches booked.